What's going on, Dangerlings? It's me, the Dungeon Master. Just wanted to give a shout out to a few cool things that have been happening in and around our community lately. Big shout out to Dangerling Guat. He won a feat competition on Pathfinder Reddit. You on the Pathfinder Reddit? It's very, very cool. There's a real cool community there. And he won a competition for designing a bunch of feats. So congratulations, Guat. That is better than I can do. I can never get my head around designing feats. What else is happening? Oh yeah, your boy, the Dungeon Master, was on the Paizo blog recently. I say recently. It's probably about a month ago by the time this goes out. I was interviewed by Paizo. You can read about me talking about how gaming helps my weird brain, some of the strange places I played Pathfinder, and you can see my unicorn. It's not a euphemism, even though it sounds a little bit like it is. And also, we're up to like our 4th episode nearly of the Danger Games, our Theros campaign, playing 5e. You can tune in and hear us all playing sexy animals and have me just fumbling trying to work out how to play 5e. It's a harder game than I thought it would be. But we're having a lot of fun playing that. You can get that right now. Patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast. It's only £5 a month. You can get those new episodes every 2 weeks, and you get the whole back catalogue as well. So you can get Danger Things, which is honestly one of the best things we've ever made. It's our Kids on Bike show where we play a bunch of kids. We've got Brindlewood Bay, which is honestly the most chaotic thing we've ever made. It's where you play a bunch of old ladies. And Come Dice With Me, which is about food and chaos as well. There's so much on there. You can get all those. But we're going to go back to the episode now, because I have a suspicion if we get the let out, we can finish the Slithering by episode 200. Let's find out if we can do that. Here we go.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Feel better, baby, come on!
The cat that will not
Natural
die.
one!
Oh.
That is a spell fumble! Stop accidentally rolling dice! We're not here to roll dice, we're here to do math!
I think I've got something on my app which should have gone.
Is it Pornhub?
It's dead.
Just to let you know, you lost to a beast.
There is the shattered form of the Curse Breaker.
The adventure continues now.
Okay, we're rolling.
Oh, it's a beautiful sunny day. We are sitting inside around microphones, as we always do when the weather is nice. We always get a big bulk record in, but it doesn't matter because we're on the road to 200.
Yay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
We're on the road to 200.
The second most famous D&D club in the world. The first is the Hellfire Club, obviously from Stranger Things.
Actually, it's not. So I'm going to be that nerd.
It's not D&D.
It's not D&D. It's the X-Men. That's where the Hellfire Club started. Actually, I think the writers of Stranger Things are doing this intentionally. I think they are hitting accidental nerd nodes, and they're doing it accidentally so that people and nerds will be like, hang on a minute, isn't it this thing? And then them tuning in to find out how they've changed the thing.
It's that thing of, if you want a question answered on the internet, don't ask the question, post the wrong answer.
Yes.
Because then people will be more likely to correct a wrong answer than they will answer a genuine question.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
just like, put a dartboard of just random references up, throw a dart at it, put that in the episode, and people will talk about it online.
I think that is what they're doing, because they've obviously they start off with a kind of very loose D&D culture. They had the references to the Demogorgon in the first one. Obviously, like, everyone who plays D&D is like, that's not the Demogorgon, but it's a little bit, I suppose. Then there's the Mind Flayer, and go, oh, that's not really the Mind Flayer, but it's kind of the same in a way, I guess. And now there's like Vecna, and we're like, hang on, but Vecna is actually in the game. How are you doing it? And now there's the Hellfire Club. It's like, well, there's so many references to other things now. I'm confused.
The thing is, though, it kind of is now the Demogorgon. That's the weird thing that D&D has, as being like comic books, which is a kind of an inspirational vehicle for more famous properties. Yeah. Like how kind of D&D isn't really D&D anymore. It's like, it's that game that Critical Role play. Critical Role is the bigger franchise, and D&D is the thing kind of based on it. So stuff that happens in those games kind of ends up reflecting back on it. And it's why you pick up a comic book now and you're like, this makes no sense whatsoever. None of these characters exist. And it's like, no, they have forever. It's just the TV shows are more popular, and that's kind of, it's this weird kind of reverse culture. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it was me. But you go ahead.
He threw his voice over here.
Whoa,
like it was me.
yeah.
Got ventriloquist. It's because our mics sound so nice today, Carl.
Yeah.
Because you got the audio
Ooh.
popping so well.
Yeah, it's just been, I've set up at like 9 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
So, yeah, I tested everything about 3 hours ago.
wow!
Nice.
Can really feel the tiredness and your hatred for us coming through.
Yeah, there's no tiredness. There's no tiredness.
Ross, I wanted to.
Love that.
I wanted to ask that. Jump back, Ross. So, who are the 200 Club?
The 200 Club.
Yeah, who are the
You
200
said that was the second most popular, the second most famous club in. Oh, is it? Are you saying the Danger Club is the second most famous club? Oh, okay.
We're the second most popular dungeon. Well, not Dungeons because we don't play Dungeons, but we play. Well,
It's the same game.
we play RPG. Yeah,
the same game.
we're the second most RPG club in the world, second to the Hellfire Club.
Second most popular RPG club in the world.
Yeah. When I watched that as well, I was like, oh, imagine they called it the Danger Club, and then we could sue Netflix
with absolutely zero effect whatsoever. Imagine the lawyers we get versus the lawyers that they have.
No, we would represent ourselves.
Yeah,
obviously.
Objection.
I would love that. Hey patrons, we've ploughed all of your money into hiring some strip mall attorney to represent us against Netflix.
An episode of Better Call Saul. I quite like the original Hellfire Club from the X-Men. If anyone reads comics or knows about them, then you'll know that they come up. They're like a villain group, but they're a bit dashing and a bit mustache twirling and like a little bit evil. Like they play chess and clearly have sex parties, and they're based in London, and they have like these fancy dresses, and they live in this gothic hall. And every now and then they just turn up to sort of menace and flirt with the X-Men, and the X-Men are always like, "You guys again? Can you not like with your weird plots? Everyone has got to put masks on." And they're like, "I know, yeah." It's like Mr. Sinister, I think, is one of them. There's
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister.
Sinister.
And there was like, in fact, he got played by one of the bad guys in the first new X-Men film with McAvoy, not Mr. Sinister, but the guy who was part of the Hellfire Club. I got that right? The guy who originally had the helmet, who then Magneto took it off.
I mean, I can't.
I have no idea.
It's played by...
I purged those movies from my brain. I was like,
they weren't that bad.
No, they were fun, but I was like, I have no need to retain any of the information in this. This franchise is not going to come back. Like, it's only tailing off. It's not like kind of Marvel where you're like, I kind of need to keep some notes on this because a good series might still come out of that franchise that will require homework from these previous ones. X-Men, I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're done with the really good X-Men movies until Disney buy it and they show up and they just become part of the Marvel universe.
Bacon. What's his name?
Kevin Bacon.
He plays him in the first X-Men.
Does he? Oh, okay.
It's like that. I think he's meant to be like the head of. He's involved in the Hellfire Club. Oh no, is that with the nuclear children or something? Never mind. Forget it. I'm on a nerd tangent.
They're doing another.
Well, that was
season.
pretty deep. I'm quite impressed though, Scott.
I like the Hellfire Club.
They're doing another season in Disney Plus. They're carrying on the X-Men animated series.
The X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Are they?
Sick.
Yeah, and it's a continuation of the. So I can't remember how the original animated series finished, but they're carrying
love
on
that
from
one.
that. Yeah,
It was great. It was a really good season.
and they're bringing all the old voice actors back, I think, as well.
Brilliant. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because in spoilers for Doctor Strange, so skip a few. It's been out for a while now, isn't it?
Give us an estimate of how long you're going to be talking about it, because then people can skip ahead that
Very
much.
quickly.
Well, like,
That's not a number, Cole. Give us a number.
Xavier is.
Press skip forward 3 times. It's already happened.
Yeah. Let's wait now for 30 seconds.
No. I mean, you kind of dropped a massive spoiler right there.
Well, no, he just said Xavier. Didn't say in what context.
No, because he's in the trailer.
Yeah, it might be Xavier is not in that film.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why you'd ever associate him with it.
Xavier rides in on the yellow hover chair that he has.
I thought you were
in
the yellow
the X-Men
dinosaur.
97 series.
And I think it's
so. The
Michael.
theory is that is the universe that he's in, that he's come from, that they travel to in the Multiverse of Madness.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, and Michael Giacchino does a lovely little sting from the old X-Men series when he comes out in his little yellow chair. Anyway, go on. Dan.
I found that I watched that film the same day I watched the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie, and I found that both of those movies reminded me hugely of that time in like the 2000s when Scary Movie was popular, and then they did a million million like parody movies of like, there was like action movie and all of these ones. And the joke of all of them was like, you know that thing that's in another thing? Here's that thing.
Look over there.
And
look.
it's just like, both of those movies were like that. There's just like lots of, hey, you know that character from another movie? They're in this movie now. They're like, oh, what are they going to do? They're like, I mean, but they're here. They're in the movie. Look. And it's like, oh, okay.
He's
Thanks.
from the other movie.
It's so Ryan George, isn't it? It's so Ryan George.
It's the same psychology as people get for like Easter eggs and stuff like that. When people get rewarded because they think they've seen probably have seen like a clever reference to something else. It's the same dopamine release that goes off in your brain when you go like, oh, I understood that reference, etc. Like it happens in a
we
small
like to
scale.
be part of that club,
innit?
Yeah. It's just like,
I had an important breakthrough in my Marvel Cinematic Universe journey, watching Doctor Strange. The credits rolled, and Fee turned to me and said, do you want to stay and watch the post-credits thing? And I went, we'll YouTube it. And just went home. And I'm like, that is, when you add up the number of credit sequences of Marvel movies that I now no longer have to sit through because I know I can go home and just watch it on YouTube. I'm like, wow, I've just gained myself a whole bunch of extra life. I feel like that's an important thing. There's a part in everyone's life when you realize you don't have to sit through those credits and watch the end bit, especially the recent ones when they're not really that important anymore. No, when it's like, because we now know that Disney own everything. So when things show up in it, it's not the big kind of, it's not like Iron Man when it was just mind-blowing that would happen. It's normally just like someone who was in the movie like getting a coffee and being like, whoop, it's still going on. Look at me, it's a superhero doing a normal thing.
It's annoying now though, because I do it for every movie that I go and see, even non-Marvel. I waited until the end of Jurassic World Dominion.
The credits.
And I was like, there's got Jurassic World Dominion's got one. Yeah, definitely. And then I looked on Google while waiting and I was like, does Jurassic World Dominion have an after credit scene? And then it just goes, no. I was like,
so don't you do that like in situ? I always get way ahead of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm always like looking it up to know.
But then I worry that I'm going to see a spoiler. If I do it before the movie.
But you've just seen the. Oh,
if I look up. Right?
And the biggest tragedy is you had to sit through Jurassic World Dominion to find out there's no post. I mean, that's a lot of life you've wasted there.
Life finds a way. So
speaking of gigantic monsters that get progressively more disappointing, the Cursebreaker has been smashed to pieces.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Dan, I just want to say that was bang on 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
if I cut
getting
something,
a sense for it
then,
now.
You know, I mean, obviously there's an intro to put in, so it won't be 10 minutes for you, Dangerlings.
Okay.
But on our timer, it was 10 minutes. Like, click 10. I was very impressed.
Nice. I'm glad that you added that extra bit to take it over the 10.
I like the way that we've progressed to getting notes during the episode. Not even after, not posting. No, I'll give you notes right
James,
now.
you look, just to finish off the Dominion thing, you look like you're a character from Jurassic World Dominion at the moment. Like, the shirt that you've got on is very tropical. Yeah. Yeah, why have you got that mask?
You're Nedry.
Dennis Nedry.
Didn't say the magic word.
Yeah. Sorry, Dan.
Oh shit! Sorry, I started checking my phone. I thought this was going to be a longer bit.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Cursebreaker has been smashed to pieces. You made your way back to Kibway. You met a bunch of fucking idiots out in the streets. You solved all of their problems. There was a much more like dramatic encounter in there that I cut that could have been like there were two encounters that I could have put in. There's one about the wealthy of Kibway trying to protect themselves from the Slithering at the expense of the poor, and like a moral dilemma of what to deal with it. And I'm like, that feels like it could be really long. I'll throw in the stupid fucking guys in red hats and see how they deal with that. And that became delightful. Then you got reunited with Fulton after his encounters with a leopard.
He's a leopard man.
Fulton made a beautiful leopard suit with the help of Bubba. Created a beautiful leopard suit for Caragor, who's now wearing a leopard suit. And you
I wouldn't say it's beautiful. I mean, it was. Your craft check for it was pretty bad. I'm pretty sure it was.
It wasn't great.
So it's like a sort of early 2000s Primark onesie.
Yeah.
That's sort of, okay.
A shit cat.
Yeah.
A shit cat.
Shit cat.
It's like somebody's been to a festival.
Shit cats, angelic cats.
Shite beyond shite.
It's just like unnecessary CGI been done on Caragor.
Carragher's got human hands.
I just want to apologise for Kaplan's bell throughout all of that cat stuff because not right now. I mean, like in previous episodes. Because
You're
listening
even
back,
giving Kaplan notes now. God, Colin, what has happened?
he was
You're a
really
notes juggernaut.
he was really into the cat stuff. When Dan was doing loads of noises, Kaplan just came in and like shook his bell around, and you can hear it in the background. So, Dangerlings, when you hear a bell, that's Kaplan just chilling out in the background of the living room. We can't banish him though; he's got nowhere else to go.
I thought Kaplan's bell was like, you know, like a system, like Occam's razor.
Yeah,
like
right.
Kaplan's bell. It's like, that thing is psychotherapy, you know, and you have to think ahead of time.
Kaplan's bell. Yes, I don't know why I went French. But
Kaplan's bell.
Kaplan's bell.
Kaplan's bell, mademoiselle. That is why. Yeah.
Splendid. Good. Well, you've got your minutes on the intro.
Yes.
So, mission accomplished. There we go.
I just feel like I'm going to interrupt lots of stuff today. That's my vibe.
It's because you don't know if you're going to cut all the Doctor Strange stuff, isn't it? So you're like, let's get some extra bits in just in case we cut the spoilers. Then we're safe. We can go either way.
Yeah.
You can sound it out online. Right. Jesus Christ, where was I? Okay, the Archive of the Sun. The leopard costume doesn't need a lot more explaining. Caragor's still wearing it. It looks all right. The sleeves on it were too long. You took the sleeves in, sort of.
So it's like a sleeveless leopard onesie.
No, he just took them in, but they're like it's you're like a leopard, but like you've got some real thick wrinkles around your forearms and forelegs where he's kind of just pulled up the suit and kind of
it was too big.
sewed it because it was too big
the
for
person
you.
wearing it was very tall, weren't
Yeah, they were famous. They were incredibly tall, and you are a little short for a half orc. But you've been enjoying it. You made your way in. The Cursebreaker bashed in the door of the Archive of the Sun, charged in there, trying to get to wherever it's trying to get to. You chased after it and were ambushed by the stupid cat.
Oh, yeah.
The stupid cat.
The Aurum Vorax that Kaplan just loved. I love an Aurum Vorax. An Aurum Vorax is one of my favourite monsters in role-playing games, just because it is. Because it is a cat with just horribly high damage that in its tactics specifically says it targets one person and just messes up their day until the next... Like, it doesn't spread attacks around. It's just horrible to fight. We had a previous campaign once where we had our buddy Sam was playing a catfolk, and he always used to wander off and want to have little side missions and do his own thing. So I had him wander off once and find some people trying to throw a cat in a bag into a river, and so he interrupted it. Killed the two guys, or chased off the two guys, opened up the bag, and out of it popped an Aurum Vorax that immediately tried to kill him. Did Kaplan just steal your wallet, Colin?
He was attacking Scott's wallet.
Literally attacking Scott's wallet.
What the hell? It's claw marks all over it. What the hell? That's
so
my credit
sorry.
score.
I'm so sorry.
That was so. He sat down and started just going.
And he appeared when you mentioned the cat again. It was like he came running in through the gardens.
Oh my
just
God.
to join us and be like, they're talking about cats again.
Kaplan loves Aurum Vorax content.
That's where I keep all my cats.
What?
That's where I keep all my cats.
I'll get him to buy you a new wallet, Cam.
Actually, isn't
I've
it,
now been attacked
Yeah,
by
but
cats.
he's going to be
in
buying
character and
it
out
with
character.
Scott's money. Like, he robbed Scott's
Yeah, right.
I've been damaged by my like fantasy ego, and also my like genuine leather wallet has also been damaged in real life. So I have been fucked by cats lately. Absolutely ruined.
Well, it's appropriate because it was Caragor who became the victim of the Aurum Vorax's ire. Caragor was battered to the ground, and
He lost a fight to Beast.
Shut up.
I'm always going to remind you.
Shut up.
Remind you all the time.
Out of character, we'll remind you. In character, we're going to be quite sympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair.
I feel that's
Colin
Colin
wasn't there, sadly. So yeah,
That's Colin writing checks Vilda has no intention of cashing.
Yeah, right.
By the way, Kaplan's been staring at me the entire time, like he's just been saying, "And I'd do it again." Because he would.
Oh, apologies for Drum. Drum's not in this episode. He's going to be joining us.
He'll be here
at some point.
He'll be here at some point. But you're in the Archive of the Sun. You're chasing it down. We got like 6 episodes left before episode 200. We're closing on the end of the Slithering.
Hopefully,
it's
Drum
getting
arrives
real
before
tough. It is because this is a hell of a time to lose your healer, I'll be honest. But hey, you got through the Babao fight. That should be all right. But the Cursebreaker got ahead of you, basically, while you were fighting the Aurum Vorax, and just blazed a trail of destruction through the archive. You followed it around through several rooms. You found a bunch of dead people. You found a bunch of dead dwarves in sort of mercenaries outfits. You found a couple of dead gnome scientists who were dead. There was some weird electronic contraption which you had to look at and then left alone. You made your way through the room where there was this sort of scroll trap where, if you press all the different scrolls, it overloads the room and the room explodes. And you opened the door and you found the Cursebreaker broken to pieces. The Cursebreaker was smashed to bits, having finally been brought down by a few of these people in uniforms that have just taken him down. There's 3 of them in the room. So there are 2 dwarves.
Yeah.
And 2 dwarves and 1 gnome in the room. The dwarves are wearing armor and carrying axes and crossbows and shields. The gnome is dressed in a kind of a lab coat and has a belt with loads of vials and things on it, and it has a rapier in their hand. They're all sort of staring at the Cursebreaker. They all seem to have some superficial injuries, like they've just finished fighting this thing. They've just managed to finally bring it down. Before that, we should resolve Velda's last encounter with the birds.
Oh, yes.
That's become a real thing. Velda, you're gripped by Strongclaws Van Damme and whisked away to a nearby rooftop. Strongclaws turns to you and says, "Compliant wind, great Velda." Oh wait, no, you're not called that anymore. You're just Velda. Velda, I have an important task for you.
Right.
Look at my foot. Does this look infected to you? Make a medicine check.
I'll make a medicine check.
An otter bit it.
16. That's 27.
27. It doesn't look infected. No, it looks all right. It's got a bite mark in it. It could do with a bandage.
Well, no, I think you're about right. Can I use that medicine check to bandage up his foot?
Yes,
just sort of like there you go. It should be all right.
Do you have any bandages?
No. I wouldn't imagine so.
What would you like to use as bandages?
I'll use. Unfortunately, my equipment is written on a piece of paper. Just stuff about. I thought I won't need that. Not right now. I need that right now. I would like to use.
Oh, great.
Oh, what have I got here? So I'd like to just, because I've got a large tent, I'd just like to take a little bit of one of the bit of tent and just sort of cut a little canvas bandage.
You take out the...
not from the middle, literally just from the edge. So
you take out the large...
You're defacing your own tent?
Yeah, I would never use it.
That's an arc, innit? That's an arc for us burning Velda's tent, and now he's using his own tent.
I mean, it takes a long time to get it out as well because I've got to pack it into the bag of holding.
Are you mid-air at this point as well?
No,
they're on top of a rooftop. Oh, right. You're on a rooftop.
This is the tent that Fulton gave you.
It is.
It is the tent that
we flash back to Fulton moments after he gave the tent. What is Fulton thinking about his brilliant new friendship with Velda?
I was like, all those times ago that I gave him that tent. I hope that tent will always remain whole and represent our
Haven't used it in months. months.
I love it. He's carried it.
It's a big old bell tent as well.
It's a massive tent. Yeah,
as you unravel it, all the pegs fly down the roof. They hit somebody on the head.
The instructions blow away.
No. So, sort of pull a bit out.
You rip off a bit of the tent. You bandage up his leg. Are you sure that I've heard that otters are poisonous?
Nah.
Very well. Velda, thank you. You have saved my life. I was going to die of the deadly otter venom, and with your medical skills, you have revived me.
Good, you owe me.
Truly, you are the god of the birds. Hummingbirds swarm around you. He is our savior.
Oh, good. I'm just used to this now. Get out and stop it. It's my ear. Get up.
A moment later, Velda is deposited back outside the Archive of the Sun with a bunch of hummingbirds now all sitting on his hat.
Good. Oh, they've gone.
You can see the sound. You can see
the sounds.
You can see the sounds of combat. Yeah, it's like a cartoon. They're emanated. Yes. The word boom comes out.
Wham, bam, whash, scrash, bloom, zap.
You follow it inside. There is a large amount of blood all over the floor. Give me a culture check.
Where is culture?
A society. Sorry, I'm thinking. I've been playing too much Starfinder.
That's all right. Yeah, no worries. That would be a 21.
A 21. You recognise that it is half-orc blood. You follow the.
Looks like a half-orc lost a fight here.
Do half-orcs bleed different colours to other humanoids?
Yeah, it's red and green. It looks like a rhubarb. No, they're separate. It's like Colgate.
Wow.
It's like rhubarb juice. I think you were right when you said it's like a little bit of rhubarb juice. I hope it wasn't Karagod that lost this fight.
Could be a different half-orc.
Could be. There are many half-orcs in the world.
You follow the sounds of destruction. You find several dead dwarves. In the next room, you find some dead gnomes and a weird electrical thing. And as you go through to the next room,
just before the electrical thing, can I just go a quick scan of it? Can I do a? I don't think Arcana's. I know we joke about Arcana. That I don't think it's going to work on Arcana. But what would it be? Because there's no engineering. So
in this case, Arcana will do you.
Yeah. So I will try an Arcana check. Oh, that's not a very good roll. That's a 22.
22, you are not sure what it does.
Not sure about that. We'll move on.
And you hear the sounds of voices that are familiar. Why did I not just say familiar voices? And in the room ahead of you, you see your friends all standing in a doorway, shocked. The rest of you have just opened the door where there is a shattered curse breaker. In the room are two dwarves and a gnome, looking pretty battered, like I say. Velda enters through the door just as Shania rushes out of the door, clutching at her bowels, followed by Philippe holding some toilet paper, and that's where we will pick it up.
What did you do?
What did you do? Oh, I was just about to say that.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. No. I was like a split second after you.
Yeah.
That was almost a jinx, says one of the dwarves.
Almost. What did you do?
What did we do? In what time frame?
Well,
I went to school, but my story starts many years ago.
No, we don't want to listen to your story. You destroyed the curse breaker.
I was going to save the day.
Well, we saved the day by destroying it.
No, because that was going to break the curse.
Break the curse?
It was called the Curse Breaker. There's a curse on this blooming town.
Velda, how you doing?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Velda.
So the affliction that's been all the human population have been suffering from, turning into blobs and such, is a curse. And this item here, we've gone through incredible personal efforts to return to the city because it can solve this problem and solve the curse and save countless inhabitants and innocent people in the city. And you've just smashed it up.
Ah, I see. So you are the ones bringing the machine that will cure the curse. That are coming to here.
You just smashed it.
That's correct.
The machine
And you
currently
just
lies
broken
in
it.
stone pieces around your feet.
I understand.
That literally took us ages. We had to fight a cat.
Are you going to start drawing your weapon and then we're going to have to fight now?
Oh, no, I already have my weapon.
Are you going to apologise for what you've done?
As previously covered, we've just fought a gigantic statue. It was a very tough fight.
Why did you do it?
Because it was moving through here and was trying to get past us. And we've had very clear instructions to kill anybody who tries to come in here.
By whom?
What he said.
We're doing it again. By whom?
By whom?
Oh, this is very... Do you have a double act or something?
No.
No.
You're just capitalising on the fact that Cop isn't here, so you're doing like
Yeah.
you got your own CSI expanse thing going on.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know.
I used to love that show. Why did they cancel it?
Maybe they'll bring it back on, I don't know, Channel 4.
Dave probably
not if
has
it's
it.
privatised.
Fuck you, Nadine Dorries. Yeah, fuck you. I can say that with
I
conviction.
cannot believe that Nadine Dorris had a shout out on this podcast.
If she's listening, man, don't fucking listen to our podcast. Yeah, what's going on?
Wait, who told? No, wait.
Yeah,
we did
who
a bit
told-
and then we forgot. But
Oh
I
my
didn't
god,
forget.
that cat is talking.
No, listen, I'm Caragol One Fang, and I've never lost fight to man.
That's all right. We won't tell.
Oh, beast.
We won't tell.
No, I haven't. I lost the fight. It's just
Make a deception check.
I'm not trying to. Oh, you are.
Nice.
To lie on Caragor's behalf. 18. They all narrow their eyes. Fulton.
Anyway, who told you to guard this room?
The lady told us to guard this room.
Name her. Is it Nadine Dorris? We've got.
She is the head of our order. She's our best friend. She came in and told us. That you would be coming here.
Was she kind of plain looking?
No, she is the most beautiful woman in the world. How dare you? Kill them!
Oh.
They all rush. Roll for initiative.
Scouts warning, 1+.
Good, because that's Paul.
Oh my god! Rolled a natural fucking 1.
Oh no!
Oh, we love it.
Did I get
love
the highest
to see it.
roll?
All right.
+1, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You're
well.
+1, so that's good. Fulton, what's your total with that?
17
17.
with the +1.
Decent.
I love that that's the lowest Fulton can get. That's,
Well, it's,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
perception is +15.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bubba Von Hoops.
No, 19.
19. Uh-oh. We getting some 20s here somewhere. Caragor?
23.
23, okay. All right. And Velda of the Cairnblights.
Also got 17. Fulton, you can go first.
Oh, thanks.
Well, because you're just
Are we?
run out and hit him.
Are we? Oh wait.
Have we
I'm
rested
I'm
since-
full hit
Since
points.
we fought the cat? No.
No, not since we fought the cat. Since Velda last was in combat.
I don't know. I can't keep up with your personal journey.
No. But what have we done?
Listen to
Have
the
you-
episode yourself.
Have you slept at any point?
Not since
some-
coming back to Kibway.
Okay, no. In that case, good.
I realised that I had all my hit points minus from another fight from something else that I used this character in.
You can, Velda, you could probably have your hit points back if you'd lost any hit points because Shania would have had time to heal you. But yeah, you wouldn't have had any spells back. Unless you got a focus spells you can have back, you'd have had time to refocus.
We didn't do any sort of healing after the Aurum Vorax, did we?
No, you did not. You rushed straight ahead.
I got healed a little bit, but
Okay, all right. It's going to be one of these ones where we just talk and hope Trump shows up.
because I was dying because I lost a fight to a cat. A big cat.
Did lost a fight to a cat, so you got the wounded condition. That could be bad. First one to act is you'll be unsurprised that all of them go before you do.
Oh, great.
So let's just
Earl Grey.
come on, you bastard. Give me a stat block. All right.
Come on, Nadine. Come on, Nadine.
The first dwarf. The first dwarf moves up to. Ooh. The first dwarf is going to run into.
Come on,
Is
me.
going to run into the room.
Come on, to me, yeah. Bit of dwarf on dwarf action.
He
yeah?
does. He runs to face. He runs to face Fulton.
Fulton, remember, everyone, they've just been mind controlled. They're not actually enemies of ours. Let's use the blunt weapons, not the sharp weapons, right?
I'm a wizard.
Then I assume you have lots of non-lethal spells.
Why do you assume such idiotic
Oh, that's 6
things?
seconds, 6 seconds.
Literally.
6 seconds, you can't talk, 6 seconds.
I bet. I feel like using a blunt weapon or a sharp weapon makes very little difference when you do as much damage as Fulton does.
Yes, true.
All right, he's going to come running in. He's going to try and hit Fulton with his axe. Come on, axe guy. It's fuck's sake. It's a 19.
No.
Terrible roll. Swings at you. It clangs off your armor. Does nothing. Next action, he raises his shield. As he sees the axe just glance off you, he's like, "Oh shit!" and just raises his shield up. Next up, it's gonna be the other dwarf. The other dwarf.
Come on. I'll take you all on.
You'll like this. The other dwarf runs halfway across the room with its first action. And then runs the other half of the room with its second action.
Yeah, now you know how it feels.
Tiny little legs. and it's going to try and it tries to hit Caragor. He tries to hit Caragor with it's only a 20.
Nope, nowhere near.
Oh, you parry it.
Punch it away, and I go, we are also very good friends of Edie, and she's told us to come here to alleviate you from this watch so we can look after it instead.
So just anyway, we can't have to kill these people, because I reckon
Yeah, I know what you mean.
if they're dwarves and they've disabled the thing, they might be very useful in remaking it. Absolutely.
The gnome uses one action to move across the room, uses a second action to pull a switch. Oh, fuck. We love switches. Switches aren't always bad. And the door in front of you slams shut, trapping the two dwarves in the room with you. Trapping all of you together in the room and sealing off the room ahead of you with the curse breaker and the gnome in it. And whatever she does for her third action, you don't know. Which means it's Caragor's go.
And I'm in melee with someone.
You are in melee. You have access to two dwarves. I assumed party order was Caragor and Fulton first, Baba and Velda behind. Yeah, you've got access to both of them. You're basically front line on.
Oh, I'm very badly hurt. Hey, listen, you. I could just spend all my actions to hunt prey and then have two attacks on him, but I sort of don't really. We don't have to have this. I don't want to feel like we don't have to have this fight. If we,
I feel like
we sort of feel like we could like to sort of either just
who's mind controlling them?
Edie.
Edie.
So Edie's here, is she?
Yeah, I can't remember if when we took damage we had to roll a check. Is it damage dependent getting the charmed by Edie?
I mean, Fulton took a ton of damage, and both of you took a ton of damage, and it didn't affect the mind control.
Okay, so I'm not going to get done by that. So
Does dispel magic work?
I imagine it might.
Does anyone have it?
No.
Spell magic.
Yeah, go on, Bubba.
Because he's got it, yeah.
Yay!
I got it.
Got him.
All right, well,
I don't have nearly as much access to spells as everyone thinks. Wizards
Do you want to hold your gun?
It's the weird thing, like bards and druids and these people, they've just got endless spells they can choose from. I don't. I've got a spell book. I've got to literally write things in, and dispel magic is bollocks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's way more bollocks than you think.
Oh.
It's more like you've got to prepare. Well, there's the counter spell, but there's another ones where you've got to be in that certain situation. You've got to spend all your things doing this, and then it has a strong chance of completely failing, and that's your spell.
It depends on the spell you're trying to counteract, and the power, the spellcasting power of the person who cast it. So if you were to drop it on one of them, you'd have to roll versus whoever has cast this spell on them. If you think there's a spell, you don't have to know what spell it is, but you can cast it on. If you think there's a spell active on the dwarf, you can cast it on the dwarf. If you beat the check that you need to, then you can break the spell that is on them.
That makes sense.
Well, it's worth a shout anyway. In the meantime, I don't have Dispel Magic, but I might have Dispel Face. So I hunt prey on this person. What do they look like?
They look like he has curly hair, short curly hair, and a really impressive moustache. The other one has
like Ross on a good day.
Yeah. The other one has huge, fluffy hair and a big old beard, and it's all dyed rainbow colours.
Oh, drum on a good
Drum.
day. All right.
Fighting Drum and Ross.
Rum and Doss. Which one's attacking me?
The one Ross is attacking you.
Okay.
It's going to get confusing.
Okay. I go. Oh, listen. Hey, would you class yourself as a beast? I say, getting my floppy hammers out.
I'm a beast in the sack.
That'll do for me. I hunt prey and making an attack.
Go for it.
It's a dirty 30.
Dirty 30. That's a hit.
Yay!
Ain't a crit, but it's a hit.
That the first hit is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And oh, hang on, sorry, I haven't rolled the hunt prey damage on a D8. On a D8.
Oh,
Colin,
in tribute to Drum, we've lost our D8s.
Fuck. So it's 12 points of damage total.
Oh no!
And then the second attack is
On the line.
Ruds.
Bloody table.
Oh no. That's only a 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay, fine. But I've got another attack. No, I haven't.
No, you don't. You hunted prey, I'm
No, I
afraid.
haven't.
So you've got him hunted. You hit it. You score a good hit.
Smash him in the face. I go, snap out of it. Snap out of it. She's no one's friend. She's no one's friend. She's not your friend. Stop it. Stop doing this.
Oh, I'd snap you. Next up is Bubba Von Hoops.
All right, so let's try this dispelling the magicus. Yeah, let's try it. You never know. Yeah. So
We're
here
going
we go.
for a dispel magic.
Yeah.
All right, so we haven't done one of these for a little while. So it's a counteract check against the spell DC of the person who cast it. So you're making a spell attack, basically.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. You try and break the magic on the
Ooh,
dwarf.
it's not very good.
Oh.
17.
17. You sense magic on there, but whoever has cast this enchantment on these creatures is far more powerful than you.
wasn't
You're
a good roll.
unable to break through it.
Alright, I got another action, so I'll just inspire the old courage, shall I?
Inspiring
Start
everyone.
inspiring the courage. You've got a +1 to your attacks.
Are you hunting prey as well? Mm-hmm. Does that give us +1? Or is that
No,
just
just
you?
me.
Just you.
I mean, I assume I get a check on it, but I
you
assume
can have a
I-
check if you want. Yeah, give me a.
get
It
to
will
know
be
if
a
it's a dwarf.
society check to know about the dwarves.
Oh, I mean, okie dokie.
We have the single worst table for rolling d20.
Yeah, it's got so many lines.
Yeah, 12.
A 12. You don't know nothing about this dwarf.
Don't know nothing about this dwarf.
Nothing.
Fought in battle stone.
Have you got a night hole?
I
was born in the night hole.
Just a reminder about Inspire Courage, because we keep forgetting things. 1+ status to bonus to attack rolls, to damage rolls, and saves
It
against
saves-
fear effects. So if there's
Saves
any
versus
fear
fear
effects,
effects. Yeah.
just thought I'd remind everyone.
Cool.
Let's keep going.
I'm going to swap out my great axe and get out my +1 striking great club.
Oh, forgot you had that.
Yeah, boy.
You took that from. You got that here, didn't you? You got it from the.
Yeah, I think
got it from
so,
the Toad
yeah.
King in
Yeah.
single combat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You draw your big warty toad club.
All right, don't worry. I won't kill you with this, hopefully. Hey, oh, it's a 26.
26 is a hit.
That was a furious focus.
Okay,
shot as
no
well.
problem.
So I should have probably.
That's
said
fine.
that
I
before.
assume your first attack's furious focus.
Okay, so that was one action to
One
swap,
action to draw, and then
and
two
then-
actions to
yeah.
attack. So this is
Cool.
a lot of damage. Is this on the one in front of you? This is on
Yeah.
drum.
Yeah, and then so 16 plus 5. It's not that much. 21 points of Damaginos.
DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damaginio.
Has Paul DiMaggio become a footballer? Is DiMaggio, you smash him in the face with the. Oh no, man! Oh, staggers.
Knock out of it. Knock yourself out of it.
Oh, little birds start swinging around his head. They immediately fly away from his head and join the other birds around Velda's head. Confident as they are that Velda is their king. Velda, it's your go.
Okay, I would like to move sideways with one of my actions so I can hit both of them in a 5-foot cone, if that's possible.
Yes, you can do that.
Sweet, I will do that. So I'll move to the side, and then I'd like to cast Colour Spray.
Oh, wow.
Not seen that for a long, long time, but it is non-lethal, so I'd like them both to make a will save, please.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
I'm presuming this is against my...
Against your
Wizard
spell
DC.
DC, that's going to be a 31 and a 15.
Okay, so one of them fails.
Okay.
Actually, one of them crit fails.
Oh, lovely.
Because
What
that's
happens?
15. My Wizard DC is 25.
What
so-
happens to Mr. Crit Fail?
Mr. Crit Fail, that's really bad news for them. Crit Fail is the creature is stunned for 1 round and blinded for 1 minute.
Oh my gosh.
So one of them is really bad. The other one is dazzled for 1 round.
All right. Looks like it sounds like we're going to need to go to Condition Corner, doesn't it?
Oh.
Dazzled. So for those of you who don't remember this spell, it is a cone of swirling, hypnotic, crazy lights that sort of blind and confuse people. Yeah, I've not used it in a long time. Not since Kaer Marga. Yeah, it is a level 1. Yeah. Very cheeky, because I do want to have some non-offensive spells. I don't all want to be lightning and like the thunderbolts, but it never really comes up. It's colour spray. Or by the time I can use it, the thing's dead.
It's like an OG spell, isn't it? Colour spray. It's like from the original editions of Dungeons and Dragons, where you could just be like, was there an add-on to it called prismatic spray, or was that always the precursor to colour spray?
I think there's something like that. It was very inspired by 80s cartoons, 70s and 80s, where the wizard would be like, weird swirly lights would come out.
It is
Jubilee
probably
in the X-Men.
It's probably the best in first edition and like third edition D&D. It's probably the best level 1 spell in terms of like damage, what it can do, because you can just end a fight with it at level 1, which you just can never do as a wizard normally. All right, so we know what blinded does. He can't see anything, but tell us about stunned and then dazzled. Who's in condition corner today?
It's Charles Dance.
Charles Dance.
Good heavens.
He's still getting work.
He goes, your eyes are overstimulated if your vision is only precise sense. All creatures and objects are concealed from you.
Oof.
That's
Charles Dance.
Yeah.
What, Lord Tywin Lannister?
Yeah.
Much more like much
definitely
posher and
Well, he's done different roles, I suppose.
I know, but is he doing a bad sort of like
What era Charles Dance?
This is Charles Dance from Last Action Hero, where he goes, I've just shot somebody and I want to confess.
Wow, I love how specific it is. And do you know what? I've never seen Last Action Hero.
Either, but it sounds like a drunk Michael Caine.
It does look like a drunk Michael Caine who might possibly have had a stroke.
I'd love it if he just busted that out in Game of Thrones just for one scene and then goes back to his normal one. Right, and tell us about
Bring me Tywin.
Stunned.
Come on, Charles.
Oh, this is too much.
Just give us a...
I'll just go, you become senseless. You can't act while stunned. Stunned usually includes a value, which indicates how many total actions you lose, possibly over multiple turns as well, from being stunned.
Brilliant.
You're not on trial for being a dwarf.
All right, so one of them is stunned and blinded, so he's got only 2 actions next turn, which he can only use to attack things he can't see.
What's dazzled? Is that just he loses an action?
Dazzled is everything has concealment, which means that 20% mischance, basically. He's having trouble seeing anything.
Okay, and that is Felder's go.
That is a pretty good go.
It's pretty good.
Look at that. Round 2, here they go. It's the first one up is the one who can't see and has only 2 actions. Oh no, oh man, so bright. He's going to hit Fulton he's going to attempt to hit Fulton with his axe, which is going to be hard because he can't see and Fulton's AC is insane. That's going to be that's a miss, even without having to roll mischance. Second attack is even worse. He just flails away in the dark. He just flails away, swinging his axe at the space right next to you, Fulton, being like, I've got you now. Give up. And
no.
Doesn't get anywhere close to you. The other one is dazzled, which is going to make it even harder. He's covering his eyes. It's all really dark looking, wishing he had some sunglasses, but he's going to try and move. He's going to take a 5-foot step, trying to get around, and he's going to attack. Bubba.
Is he now?
24 to hit Bubs.
A 24?
Yep.
Crikey, what's my tablet doing? That's meets beats, man.
Meets beats. He gets you 15 points of slashing damage, and then he raises his shield to try and defend a little bit more. Then someone else takes a go. There is you hear a choo-chung, and you look up and you see the panels on the walls all beginning to glow and crackle with electrical energy as they seem to be charging up. Then it's Carabor's go.
Oh, them walls. You see them walls?
Yes.
Oh, gonna step out the way of them walls, I reckon. Could someone work on a way of getting out of here?
Yep.
Thank you. Cracking stuff.
Way ahead of you.
All right, you. That was a really nice spell, by the way, Velda.
Thanks.
Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? Because you can't see it. Right, have some of this. I hit my... Is it DOS that I'm fighting? I hit DOS again.
You hit DOS.
Okay, here I go. Oh, yeah, go on. That's a 36 to hit.
36 is a critical hit. It's double damage.
Yeah, it's a really good roll on the dice. Okay, so that's 17, and then doubled is I was just pointing at you because I was reminding myself Inspire Courage.
Oh right, yeah.
That's all.
Got it.
And 17 doubled is
34.
Is that right? Have I got that right?
Going so.
Sounds right.
Because 2 over 15 and then 15 doubled is so 34.
We don't know what we'll do this on this show, but I think it's important in this circumstance. Scott, hypothetically, how would you kill Ross?
I don't want to kill this character, because I've established quite a few times.
Okay, you're doing non-lethal damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna just...
Okay.
Is this one blinded?
This one is dazzled.
Dazzled. Okay, cool. Then I just sort of duck under, blinded. I duck under his blow, and I bring my fist up, give him a little punch, and then I bring a hammer down and just hit him in the leg a little bit like a kosh, and then he falls down, and then I just bonk him on the head and be like, "Oh, never lost fight, man. Oh God, it's just not the same. It's not the same." And then he just falls down. I just tow him over with my boot, and I'm like, "We've got bigger things now to worry about." And for my 2 actions I've got left.
Yep.
One's attacking Bubba quite badly, isn't it?
That was the one you've just knocked out.
Oh, great.
So that's fine.
And the other one's attacking Fulton.
The other one is attacking Fulton badly.
Absolutely fine. So, can I ground myself? Can I put rubber on my boots, therefore becoming
just get in your car.
immune
Easy.
to electrical damage? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's a Volkswagen estate in the room. I forgot to point that out. So you can.
What about like holding? Have we got? Did we get any rubber from rubber trees in the jungle? Did we?
Rubber from rubber trees?
Yeah, you get rubber.
Just fashion a quick pair of Wellington boots or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You've been playing Curse of Monkey Island.
You made bandages out of a tent a minute ago. Yeah. Is there any? Can I disarm a trap on the things?
You certainly can go over and try and disarm something.
It's going to be quite dangerous, isn't it?
They are cracking and spitting. You can try and disarm. So there are 5 panels. You move over to one of them and take a look. Give me a thievery check to see if you can see what you can do.
That is a 23.
A 23. You manage to you kind of look over it and you see that these panels that you've kind of worked out were magically enchanted to begin with. You knew that there was some kind of a magical effect to these when you came through the first time. This has been added, and there seem to be kind of devices attached to them. There's wires running between them. The gnomes have clearly been busy at work, but you sever the wires on one of the panels, and one of the 5 panels stops glowing. The other 4 continue to crackle and spark.
Wait, so what did you do?
There's some pokey wiry bits, probably made by some wizard, and I just got to cut the wires and you'll be fine.
Right.
I
They
can't do
wouldn't have been made. They've been made by an artificer, but then never mind.
Made by what?
Artificer.
Artificer?
Yes. Makes
Artificer?
artifacts. Yes.
I've never met a mate.
I think that gnome was one of them. Anyway, on with the fight. 6
Yeah,
seconds.
I'm out
6
of
seconds. 6
that- I'm out of
seconds. 6
actions now.
seconds. 6
I'm out of
seconds.
actions.
6 seconds.
Oh, Bubblicious, it's your go. You got 3 actions. The guy who attacked you has fallen unconscious to the floor.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And then the one fighting Fulton, that's the
One fighting Fulton is blind, and so he's got colours splattered all over. He's already got a colourful beard, and now he's got even more colour over him. He's just
I'm going to cast sleep on him.
All right, you cast sleep.
Yeah.
He makes
one spell.
himself Gotta love the old sleep.
Yeah. Do I need to roll a spell?
I don't know. I believe he rolls a will save, right?
Yeah, he rolls a will save.
Okay, it's a 22.
Against my spell DC?
Against your spell DC.
It's a fail.
What happens on a fail?
So, on a fail, the creature falls unconscious. Okay. And if he's still unconscious after 1 minute, it wakes up automatically. So, unconscious for a minute.
Okay, he falls unconscious.
Boom.
So both of them are now down, although bear in mind one of them is sleeping, so any loud noises he will be waking up immediately. He's down. We're going to stay in initiative rounds, though. That's 2 actions. Do you want to do it? Do you want to keep sustaining your spell?
Yeah, I'll sustain Inspire Courage just because sleepy.
Fulton, it's your go. The guy who is swinging at you just kind of yawns and goes, "Oh, I'm actually really tired," and then goes and falls asleep on the floor in front of you.
Is there any rope around?
Any rope? Only the rope that you bring with you. It's like the lesson in the swamp on Dagobah.
I have rope on my character sheet.
You've got rope.
We've all got rope.
Hang on. Do you still have rope on a character sheet, or is that the same rope you've had since the beginning of the adventure that you used 1,000 years ago?
It says rope on my character sheet.
I've got rope as well. So, yeah.
I use my rope to tie it. I cut it off, so I've still got the rope in my... It's just shorter than it was, so I cut it off and then I tie his hands and his legs.
Cool. You spend your actions tying up.
You could have cut the wires on the electric panel.
Oh. Sorry. I just thought it'd be better.
Oh.
And then is that all my actions?
Yeah, if you want to tie him up.
You know that bit in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they're in the middle of a fight and they go, "Has anyone got any duct tape?" And then Star-Lord flies around the entire epic thing. "Drax, have you got duct tape?"
Yeah, it's great.
"No, he hasn't got any duct tape." It's just like every D&D or Pathfinder fight eventually ends up like that at some point.
Oh dear, Velda Camblight, what's going on?
Well, these wires...
Yeah.
Can you see the wires?
You can see them. They look baffling to you. Caragor has very much been like, you just need to disarm the bomb. As a professional bomb disposal expert.
Yes, I'm not really sure about that.
It's a thievery check if you want to try and disarm them.
Yeah, it's not mine.
If you want, Velda, just leave it to me. I'll need a bit of time to get around them all. So if you could just dampen the magic or diffuse it in the meantime, I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to get around them.
Diffuse the
I'm
magic.
sure it's really easy.
I don't think it's magic because it's fucking wires. It's a mechanical trap. Thievery. No, thievery's piss poor. Who's still standing? The guy who's blinded?
No, there's no one still standing. One of them has been knocked unconscious and one of them has fallen asleep and been tied up. So both of the dwarves are down.
Okay.
By the way, if we make too much noise, he'll wake up.
Oh, good.
He's tied up, so don't worry.
Oh, make as much noise as you want then.
Can I do a perception check to see
Says
if
the person who is currently singing.
Can I do a perception?
Yeah, I'm singing this. Make as much noise as you like.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's sort of any way to open the door or any other sort of obvious ways of out this room?
Yeah, give us a percep.
That's not great. Always get confused what perception is. That is a 22.
A 22. You can't see any obvious mechanism to open it from this side. It looks like it's made from stone, so it's pretty solid, but you reckon with a bit of strength you might be able to bash it open or force it open. But you'd need someone with some real strength to do that.
Okay. And that door's closed. Is the door behind us still?
The door behind you is closed as well.
So we are trapped in
You're
this
trapped
room.
in this room.
Okay.
I'm just about to...
And there's no indication with the perception check of how soon the trap's going to go off?
No.
It's not sort of like...
They are crackling and glowing and kind of woo. Like, you reckon... If you know your traps that go woo, you reckon it's getting quite close to the crescendo of the woo.
Okay. I don't think that's going to help at all. Okay. Do you know what? If it's about to go off, I might as well just try and take out some of those wires. Why not?
Yeah, the thing that I said initially.
Yeah. But I mean, if there's any sort of particular combination or whatever, that'll go off, I'm just going to hit it.
Dead simple, just stay grounded.
So I'd like to cast, because my my range is electric arc, which I don't think is going to do much. So instead, I'd like to cast acid arrow at some of the wires.
Okay, you cast acid arrow. Roll a spell attack.
Here we go. It's going to be a fail as usual. That's on the line. I really thought this would be a good thing to roll on, and it's not.
What, that thing with more lines than the table has?
Well, they're lesser. They're lesser.
They're lesser lines.
They're lesser lines. Okay, so that would be a 21.
A 21 is a hit.
Hooray!
Hit it with acid.
I do ridiculous damage with this.
Okay, roll some ridiculous damage.
Well, ridiculous damage against wires. So it's 3d8, I believe. 3d8 acid damage. Yeah, 3d8.
Right.
That would be an 8 and a 7. That's another 8. Oh my god.
Jeez.
So 16, that's the most damage I've ever rolled with that spell. So that's 16 plus 7, that's 23, plus my spell attack damage. So that is 27 points of damage.
27.
And if it's not melted into a tiny lump, then it will also take persistent acid damage on the next turn.
Amazing. It is not melted into a lump. It is you hit the panel and the whole panel just starts to melt away from the wall. It is still there and still crackling.
Oh no, I was aiming for the wires.
You're aiming for you hit the whole thing. The wires are dripping with acid, the whole thing. It's all kind of all over it.
It's still going.
It is still going. It's pretty tough.
I tried.
But it is taking a bunch of damage, and it is going to take some persistent damage. So remember that.
Yeah, it is.
On its turn. Oh dear. Okay, so that's going to be that. How much damage was it again? 26.
27, I believe.
27. Okay. Okay. Which means it is. It's the panels go. Well, this should be interesting. Okay, the panels. First of all, do you want to roll some persistent acid damage?
Yeah. It's a 1.
It's a 1! Oh, no.
God damn it.
Vel, did you cut the wires?
Well, I mean, Vel just gestures at the panel that's melting.
Pull the acid one.
Did you cut the wires?
Pull the acid colour. Pull it out.
What?
Cut the green wire. Cut the red.
Why are you still speaking?
Filling time.
Before we die.
Oh,
No.
dear. A thundering shock of lightning as the 4 remaining panels, including the melted one, reach a fever pitch and then just unload as lightning just erupts from all sides of the room towards all of you, crackling around, closing in. Karagor, as you're reaching for one of them, a bolt of lightning streaks towards you. Bolts of lightning streak towards the other ones of you. You hold your hands over your face, and that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Remember back in the day when we all used to gather round the electric gas fire and...
What?
Yep. Yep. And
Electric gas fire?
Yep, that's right, yeah. And the moving pictures on telly box. And we all used to talk about how great Libby Abnett were.
Oh, they were great.
They were great. I remember.
Great.
Used to be on telly, they did. Cracking stuff.
The electric gas telly.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
Oh, you had one too, did you?
Oh, it's the same one.
You middle-class scumbag.
We've lived together for 20 years and you keep saying that.
Aye, it's my kink. Libby Abnett were Dangerling of the Week one time, and if only more people would be by going to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast.
Please, we're running out of biscuits here.
And the electric gas.
I've got no more Ovis.